Are you ready, Bryce?
Yeah.
159.
The Ultimate Deck Podcast. Need a show about outdoor living? This is where it's at with your hosts, Shane Chapman and Way Laurent. Thank you for tuning in. Now let the show begin. Yeah. The Ultimate Deck Podcast. Let's go.
Welcome your pretty little selves back to the Ultimate Deck Podcast, episode 159 with Bryce and Shane. Woo!
We're here.
We are here. We just got asked if there's snow here. It's Saskatchewan.
There is.
November, late November. Odds are
There's been snow for weeks.
Yeah, but there actually hasn't been.
No.
A lot of times it shows up in October.
We just had a blizzard.
I would say we're 50-50 getting it in October. Like it may not stay in October, but the first snowfall is usually like half the time is in October.
I remember as a kid it like snowing in September.
Yeah, there's been times.
Yeah.
Even since we've opened this business, there was 1 year on September 28th, it snowed just a little bit, but it was like, holy smoke, settle down. It's still summer.
And then you were like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's
Deck season's done.
Not good. Scott from Precision Construction's on the pod or on the Instagram, and he says, "Happy Thanksgiving, gents."
Thanksgiving was last month, Scott.
Right. I've digested my turkey, but happy Thanksgiving to all you American friends of ours, because it's theirs this weekend.
Because it's thanks.
Everybody gets a turn.
No,
ours was a while
today.
ago. Is it today? Is the actual
today? Tomorrow's Black Friday. Today is Thanksgiving.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
It's the Thursday before Black Friday. It's
the third Thursday in November.
Thanksgiving's been relegated to a backup holiday,
right?
Like a prep holiday for Black Friday.
Everybody needs the day off so you can get up early tomorrow.
Right, and you eat like obnoxiously today so that you don't have to eat tomorrow, so you can just power through Black Friday.
You just stand in line and push people over.
Yeah, with your turkey belly.
Exactly.
That would work really well.
Yep.
Actually. Bryce?
I have moments of uselessness.
Sure, we'll get to it.
Okay.
Settle down.
I thought you were trying to rush me into this chip thing.
Wasted my shit yet. Yeah, so if you're in the Instagram, stay tuned because Bryce, I don't know where this came from. Bryce showed up today with one of these, how do you say it? It's so...
Pocky.
Yeah, it's iffy.
Pocky.
One chip challenge chips. And if you've been following the podcast for a while, you know that Wade, myself, and Pat, and not Justin, did this challenge a while back. He petered out.
Yeah, he was on the podcast. He was acting like such a baby in that episode.
Yeah.
Justin was.
I agree. So anyways, but before that, have you done anything snow related since we got that little splash of snow there?
I went sledding on Monday with my daughter.
What? There's enough snow to go sledding?
Oh, yeah.
Was it a bumpy ride?
Yes.
Like it
was not like
a lot of dirt underneath there still.
It was icy.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that much snow.
We got enough for a little sled.
Yeah, I made
children's sleds.
I framed up my kids' rink this year. I did that on the weekend.
How big is your backyard to have a rink?
It's not very big.
Oh, okay.
Like the rink I made it bigger this year. It takes up most of my remaining grass. It's 18 by 18, but with a corner clipped off. So it's not even 18 by 18. It's like, I don't know, 250 square feet maybe.
Oh, okay.
So not a bad size, because last year I just built a little 7 by 20 like racetrack. It was a little strip.
Nice.
But for a 3-year-old, it was fine. Now he's 4 and he's skating better. So I was like, I better make this thing a little bit bigger. So I've gone 18 by 18.
Just do a round circle. Get him into speed skating.
Yeah.
Speed skates.
Right?
We've had 2 Olympic speed skaters from Regina. So
yeah, there's a career path. But the temperatures haven't been cold enough to like freeze it enough. There is a layer of ice on it, but it's like you can't go on it yet. And the way I built it, I actually I removed any chance of you getting to the back alley from our house right now because I've built it up against my garage, up against the fence, up against the deck. So you'd have to go through the garage door and then open the garage door to get out to the back alley right now.
Nice.
So my son, one of his chores is to take the garbage out.
It's
basically walking around the block to get to the back alley. What do you got for a moment of uselessness?
You've never been to a bubble party?
No, come on.
Okay, yeah, it's purple.
These buttons are fun. We're at least 20, 30 episodes in since we put them on there, and I still don't get it right.
Right. I really should put the purple up here.
I think so.
Have all the... Anyways.
Yeah. What do you got for uselessness?
Winter facts about Canada.
Okay. This should be fun.
Winter.
This will be fun.
Do you know what Canada's coldest temperature is?
Minus 53.
Back in 1947...
Get out of here.
1947, the small Yukon hamlet of Snag got hit with a ridiculously frigid day of a standing temperature of 62.8 degrees.
Well, what's this?
Below zero.
Well, it's the wind chill.
It's wind chill.
Oh, that's the next thing. I'm reading ahead.
Yeah. Stop screen looking.
Such a keener. Minus what?
63. Minus 62.8 degrees Celsius.
Curl your toes.
What is that in Fahrenheit?
Who cares?
I should have checked that. Anyways.
Like it's probably...
It's cold. Because there's a point where it's the same.
Yeah, it's about 40 is the same. And then so I believe that I believe the number would be bigger now or smaller if you're talking negatives.
Right.
It's probably like minus 90.
Negative 9,000 or...
Yeah. Who cares?
Who cares?
Like death. You don't have a chance to measure it anyway.
The coldest recorded wind chill, January 1989 in Pelly Bay, Northwest Territories, minus 91.
It's just like...
You couldn't even stand outside.
It's just unfathomable. No, you couldn't. You were skimmed and freeze instantly at that.
Right.
Like we've had those really bitchy February days where the wind chill pushes you to like minus 50, which in and of itself is insane.
It's impossible to stand outside.
Like your little run to the vehicle 15 feet away is like about as far as you can get.
Yeah.
Minus 91 would freeze you just thinking about going outside.
I don't even think you could start your car at that temperature.
No, God, no.
I'm staying home.
Yeah.
There is nothing important enough
That's ridiculous.
for me to leave.
Ridiculous.
Most snowfall in one season, whole season.
You're going to have to put that in inches for me.
I could put it in meters. 1971 in Revelstoke, British Columbia, saw 24 meters worth of snow.
Okay, but hold on. This isn't too hard to figure out. 2,500 centimeters.
2,500 centimeters.
Right?
Look at
It's
that.
2.5 centimeters per inch.
Okay.
So that's
5,000.
1,000 inches.
Oh, yeah. Other way. Yes. 1,000 inches.
Which is how many feet, Bryce? 80?
It's
like
200 inches short of.
It's over 80 feet of snow.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? In one season.
It's like 83 feet of snow.
Ugh.
83.
Ugh.
That's like way up in the mountains, though. That's like,
Yeah. Revelstoke's
in like
the ski season.
bottom of a mountain canyon. Like the snow would all just fall there.
Yeah.
That's insane, though.
Greatest single day snowfall in BC again, 145 centimeters.
These should all be in BC, is all the mountains.
Yeah.
145 centimeters. Okay, so math me on that one now.
That was 1999.
That's like 60 inches.
60 inches.
That's 5 feet of snow in a single day.
One day. 24 hours. What else do we got? World's biggest hockey pond tournament.
That's tough to shovel yourself out of in one day.
Yep. Yeah. That's a lot.
That's 5 feet. That's as tall as you are, plus a few inches, Bryce.
I think we've gotten close. Yeah, I'm pretty short.
All 4'7" of you.
I wish I was 4'7".
Why do you wish that?
I'd rather be shorter than taller.
Really? Is this a true thing, or are you messing with me right now?
No, think about it.
What are the perks?
When you take Instagram photos, like everybody takes Instagram photos of you, right? And you always have the best angle.
Oh, the angle of the... Yeah, you're right.
The short people always look the best in photos.
100%. You want to have a slight angle down. Yeah, you don't want to be shooting up at your jawline, up your nose, and like makes you look fat.
Tall people always look like that.
Yeah, that's why I look fat.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Largest world...
I ate 2 pounds of chicken wings last night for supper.
For supper?
I skipped supper, went to a rodeo.
Oh, you went to the rodeo?
I did go to a rodeo.
Exhibition, yeah.
Yeah. So did 6,000 other people. And then we all watched the rodeo together.
And then ate some chicken wings.
And then I met up with my dodgeball team afterwards because I had to miss the game because I committed to the rodeo. And then I had to go to the rodeo so early that I missed supper. So I just like starved through the rodeo. And then I went and met my dodgeball team at Bonzini's for wings and beer.
You didn't play dodgeball to like get the wings.
No, here's the story. So I've never I haven't missed a dodgeball game all year. There's only 10 games in the season, but I haven't missed one. And so on Monday, my wife, her brother, so my brother-in-law was coming in town, going to be at Exhibition, was going to go to the rodeo by himself on Wednesday night. And my wife's like, "Hey, do you want to go to the rodeo with Jackson? Like he's going by himself." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be good. Sure." And then Tuesday rolls around and I'm like, and the dodgeball team starts messaging like, "Who's in tomorrow?" or whatever. And I was like, "Oh shit.
Not me."
Shit.
Right?
How did I do this to myself? Then I asked my wife, I was like, "Is it douchey now to like back out at the rodeo?" And she's like, "Yes." I was like, "Okay, I'm going to the rodeo." So I went, but then it was over before 10 o'clock. And so my team was still there. So I went for wings afterwards. And I texted them ahead and I said, "Somebody order me 2 pounds of wings before they close the kitchen."
Yep.
So when I got there, my wings are ready.
Nice.
And they ordered me 3 random flavors, all of which were very good. But what concerned me is that when I sat down to my plate of 3, because when you order 2 pounds, they allow you to get 3 flavors.
Okay.
What concerned me is I sat down and it smelled like hot dogs.
Hot dogs?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Why would your wings smell like hot dogs?
Right. That's what I was wondering. I was like, what did you guys do?
Just mustard and ketchup wings?
How did you know this? How did you just finish my story?
Well, I was like, how would you get to hot dogs?
God. I didn't know. But what I did know is that I recognized one flavor because I've ordered it before, and it's buffalo dill, which sounds crazy, but they're actually delicious.
Right.
And then they ordered like Greek, pretty standard. Okay. But then there was this third one.
Third
flavor. That was this orangey colored sauce on it.
Yeah, that's mustard and ketchup.
And I sit down and they're like, and the one girl had to leave right away. She's like, try your wings first before I go. And I was like, what? Why? Are these like suicide wings or something?
Right.
No, I just try one. I need you to see you try one before I leave. And I was like, what the hell? And it smelled like hot dogs. And I was like, I don't understand how it smells like hot dogs. So I tried one of the ones that she was waiting for me to try, which was the hot dog wing.
Hot dog wing.
And I was like, well, that's actually pretty good. Finished some other wings. And halfway through finishing them, I'm like, this is mustard and ketchup mixed together. That's why it's orange. And it was like,
you thought it was like buffalo.
I didn't know what it was, but
something.
It was just saucy of some sort. And so like it looked reddish, like orangey reddish. So it kind of was like hot saucy color.
Right.
And then it finally dawned on me. I was like, I think this might be ketchup and mustard mixed. And that's why it smells like hot dogs.
And you're like, this is my new favorite thing.
And they were actually really good.
I saw on TikTok last night, someone took, speaking of weird combinations, Oreos and sour cream.
Nope.
That's what I said.
That wouldn't be awful, but it just would not do nothing
it's very
for me.
Good.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
You got mustard and ketchup on chicken wings.
Yep.
Sour cream on Oreos.
Yeah. That's fine. It's fine, but I would do Oreos in like a can of whipped cream, like the spray stuff.
Well, yeah, that's obviously good.
What else you got? You got some more there?
What do I got? World's largest naturally frozen skating rink. Ottawa's Rideau. How do you say
Canal.
that? Rideau Canal?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a big skating rink.
Whatever.
Eric Theroux, who's from Montreal, says we have once a year. That's pretty much all we need here. What is he talking about?
Snow?
I thought he was talking at first about hot dog wings.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway. You got more?
I got one more.
Good.
Ready? Canada's biggest temperature change. In a town called Pincher Creek back in 1962, shifted from minus 19 degrees Celsius to plus 22 in the span of,
holy smokes,
1 hour.
That's like deep winter temp to like beautiful spring day temp.
41 degree change in
hour?
60 minutes because of a Chinook.
Yowzers, that's a pretty big shift in temperatures.
My mouth is going to go from 0 to 100.
So, we missed some conversation here. They're like, scroll up and
rodeo.
Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame is apparently down in Colorado somewhere. Holy smokes, there's a whole bunch of conversation that we missed here, but it's about the rodeo. So I'm not a rodeo guy. Like, rodeo is actually entertaining as all hell.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed myself last night thoroughly.
Yeah.
Those guys are... those guys are effing nuts.
My cousin used to ride bulls, yeah.
Oh my God.
He was on the circuit.
The first event that was up, whatever, was like the bareback, like
Broncos.
Holy shit.
Those guys are crazy.
Those that's crazier than the bull riding. That's crazier than the bull riding. Because the bulls, they spin lots.
Yeah.
The bulls get out and they spin, like they're dangerous too. The guys half of them were wearing full like hockey on face masks. That's crazy enough. But man, those broncs, like you are feeling the effects of a car crash after every one of those rides. You have to be. Like the way they get just like slammed back and as the horse is coming up and they're banging their head off the horse's ass and like just getting wrecked.
Because the horse goes way higher than the bull.
Yeah, it kicks way up in the air.
Yeah. They get like almost like straight up and down.
At the same time as the cowboy is flying backwards.
Yeah.
So like they actually wear like a back plate, probably to not smash their vertebrae. As they just like collide into this horse over and over again.
Yeah.
Like 12 times in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
It's insane. I don't know. You gotta be part crazy.
I'm not going to the rodeo tonight. I'm going to go to the exhibition.
Quick Dick McDick was there last night.
Quick Dick McDick. No way.
He was there last night.
His name?
People that listen to this podcast won't know Quick Dick McDick.
Quick Dick I don't know who Quick.
You don't know Quick Dick either? No. He's like a TikTok celebrity.
Oh, okay.
He's like this farmer with a big beard that makes these videos. His name's TikTok McDick or TikTok.
Quick Dick McDick.
Quick Dick McDick. And so he's become like a little celebrity in the agricultural scene in Saskatchewan, I guess.
Farmers like TikTok.
Yeah, like Quick Dick. Yikes.
Yikes.
speaking of liking, no.
Nope.
Are you going to eat that chip?
Okay.
So we've got a topic for you, and we're going to get to it right away here. And it's a topic about winter, so we figured we'd warm this up a little bit today. We didn't figure anything.
No.
You showed up to work with this chip, and we're like, I'm eating this today.
I'm ready to go.
I was like, why? When? You're like, on the podcast. Yeah, okay. I'm not, by the way. And so here you go. So if y'all haven't heard of this thing, it's called the Paqui, P-A-Q-U-I, One Chip Challenge. It's one chip. It's a fairly sizable chip, though. It's bigger than your average Dorito, I think, isn't it?
There's a little piece in
It's
here.
self-sealed in its own little vacuum-sealed envelope.
You can eat this piece.
No, I don't want to. That's a different color than they used to be. They used to be black. That looks at least a little bit more appetizing. And so these things, I don't know, Scoville units like a couple million or something. Ugh. And it's like ghost pepper and all sorts of shit in there. There's actually like a thing in there. It's like a warning. And anyway, if you look back in our podcast, we did one a long time ago, but Bryce wasn't with us then. And so he's decided to
I'm going to break this into a few pieces.
do this now. So while he does that, I can kind of get onto the show here a little bit.
God.
We got a comment here. Horses, precision construction. Horses buck you off and run off. Bulls buck you off and then turn around to kill you. I'll take the horses. This is true too. So anyways, it is a very entertaining event. And then you got to watch the kids ride the sheep and stuff too.
If I run out of here, you know why.
Did you end up going and getting water? No, you got coffee. That's a mistake.
Coffee.
That's a mistake. Okay, so while Bryce is enjoying his one chip challenge chip here, how you doing? You're 10 seconds in?
Not bad.
Not bad, right? Should I be using this button here? Nope, don't care. The topic today is 7 reasons why we're serious. You should build a deck this winter.
Ooh. Yep.
How do you feel? How do you feel about building a deck in the winter, Bryce?
It's hot.
It's hot this winter. So you might be thinking like, Shane, you just finished telling me that building a deck in the fall was the best idea.
Right.
I'm not suggesting that building a deck in the winter is the best idea.
Oh, this is going to be really hard.
Yeah. I'm not suggesting that whatsoever. I'm just saying that you can certainly still build one in the winter. There's lots of reasons to do it. Is it the perfect time? No. Let's not be silly. It's not the perfect time, but it's a fine time. It's a fine time to leave you. Woo. So we're going to get through it. Number one, Bryce is going to sweat himself through this. Number one is the same as one of the fall reasons. This thing's ready to rock and roll in the spring.
Ready to go.
When the snow melts away and the spring weather comes out and you want to be outside, the deck's done and ready to enjoy. You get a nice little gift that unwraps itself, the snow melts away, and there's your deck finished and ready to rock and roll in the spring. You're not waiting. You're not getting into the hustle and bustle of the spring craziness of construction season. So why not? It beats trying to like fight your way into a queue to get built in the spring, because you wait to the spring, it just ain't going to happen in the spring.
Right. Yep.
So that's a little bit rough. Did you eat that whole chip?
Yep.
You're done, hey?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're doing really well. At this point, I was probably smashing my liter of ice cream. I think I made it like 45 seconds to a minute before I had to get into my ice cream. Number two, and this one's big too.
I'm losing my voice, though.
Here it comes. You aren't out there itching to use it. It's in the middle of winter. You're not sitting there looking outside and being like, oh, would they hurry up? I want to get outside and use this deck.
I would use it right now.
You would. So there's benefits to that. It can be super stressful when
Tell me about it.
every day you're watching summer like fade away day by day when your deck's being, and you don't get a chance to use it. And you're like, oh, this isn't going to be done until the freaking summer's over. But you don't have to worry about that in the winter because you're not wanting to get outside and use it anyway. So it just kind of happens out there.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? You're starting to sweat.
I'm losing
it. You're losing composure. Yeah, so I think that's one of the biggest things. It's just less stress-free because you're not wanting to use the deck anyway. It's just happening on the backyard. You're not really paying much attention to it. It's a fantastic time. Number three is there's no big events to stress you out. Ooh. One of the worst things people can do is try to get a deck built in time for an event.
Like a wedding.
A wedding, a graduation, a family reunion, those types of things. But that seems to be the trigger for some people to be like, oh shit, we should really get the backyard spruced up because we have a wedding this year in the backyard.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you ever want to do that?
And then they roll into our store, they call a contractor in May or late April, and they're like, we have to get this done by like June 9th because my daughter's getting married in the backyard. that's not a good idea.
Why would you add that to your list of stresses during planning a
I'm
wedding?
so impressed by you right now. I'm so like, you're still engaging in this conversation, haven't eaten that thing.
My vision's getting a little blurry.
I guess so. But God, that's stressful. And even if you manage to find somebody who can start it in time, there's always delays. Like, it's very, very common to have delays. There could be material shortages. There could be, like, it could just take longer to build. There could be some surprises once construction starts that may delay it.
Like doing the one chip challenge.
That might delay things a little bit. So that's awfully stressful when you have this fixed, firm deadline that's like a life event happening, and this deck has to be done by that. Like, you as a homeowner are going to get ridiculously stressed out because of that. So if you build it in the winter, it's unlikely you're having a wedding in your backyard in the winter. Unlikely, and nobody's graduating in January either. So
my mouth is really salivating, by the way.
I remember that. Yeah. And how about the snaz? Like,
I'm okay there.
Runny nose? No,
I'm not there yet.
Yeah. Is it starting to come down, or is it?
It's just like really hot at the back of my throat.
At the back of your throat? I remember just like burning this on my tongue.
Oh yeah,
That's
but like, I think I thought about that, and then I purposefully pushed the chip backwards.
I'm impressed how you're handling this. You clearly handle hot food better than I do. So good for you. So avoid the stress of having to.
I did the surströmming first too.
This is true. I would do surströmming again before I would do that chip challenge.
Really?
Yeah, at 100%.
This makes me feel a little more alive than that shit did.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't smell like death. That's the first thing. How did the chip taste, by the way? Because when we did it, they tasted awful. Did it have a decent flavor now? I thought that's the thing they improved. Nope. He's dying. Not going to answer that question quite yet.
I got a like weird.
It's getting you some kind of way.
No, it was good.
Like it tasted okay? Like the flavor is fine?
It was okay.
Yeah. Well, at least they improved that. It was awful.
Put one of those on your nachos.
Nope. Yuck. Number 4, decking contractors work year round. Not all of them, but many do. Like of our contractors, like I would say the majority of them probably don't, but the majority of contractors that shop here aren't deck specific guys anyway. They do decks, but they also do other things. So logically, if you also frame basements and do other finishing work, you might as well do that stuff in the winter. But the guys that are deck only specialists generally will work all year round through the snow. And like if you're tuning in from like Tennessee, like no brainer. Southern Ontario, even no brainer. But like we're pretty harsh weather here. But even some of our guys will work year round. So yes, it gets cold. Yes, they're not gonna be out there on those days where the wind chill's 91, like you said before.
Oh yeah.
But they will still be working their way through the winter.
I wish it was that cold right now.
Yeah,
I would go run outside.
For those of you just tuning in, Bryce ate one of the Pocky One Chip Challenge chips about 4 minutes ago.
I think I'm looking pretty good though. No, more than that.
I feel like you're past the worst.
I hope so.
Right?
I
don't think it flares up again later. I mean, when you go to the bathroom.
They say if you can make it an hour without eating, without drinking anything, you're invincible.
Oh, I believe that. What did I make? Nope. There's not even a time limit for what I did. 5 minutes, you're powerless, and I made it like a minute. Yeah. So, anyways, there's guys that work all year round. I'm not expecting that any DIY guys are lining up to get working on their deck in the backyard when it's minus 15 and there's a foot of snow back there.
No.
DIYs probably shut her down until the spring,
yep.
But contractors have not. So just because you're not thinking about getting on there and building a deck doesn't mean you can't get your deck built if you're planning on hiring a contractor anyway. You can still get it done.
Yep.
So why not? Number 5, no impact on your yard. We talked in the fall about there's a lesser impact on your yard. Well, in the dead of winter, there's virtually none.
Zero.
Like
you could build a skating rink and not kill your grass.
Right. I've got 6 inches of ice poured of water freezing in my backyard right now, and I did that last year too. It doesn't affect the grass; it melts away, and then you're good to go, and probably thoroughly saturated in fluids.
Right, you're good for the spring. Are you okay?
Never mind. I was gonna make a bad Bryce on a Friday night joke. Thoroughly saturated.
Thoroughly saturated.
But your plants they're well into dormancy. They're sleeping. There's nothing you can really harm, like, unless you're cutting things down. You're not really harming anything by walking on it or having tools on it or whatever. Like, the yard will be fine.
I feel like I harmed my guts.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. Wade, when we did this one chip challenge, also didn't, I don't know if he ever ate ice cream. Maybe he did eventually. But then, like, after the podcast was done and we walked out to go home, he, like, collapsed on one of the show decks and laid there sweating a body outline, homicide outline, onto the decks with sweat. Because it just, like, it got to his guts and he hadn't eaten much that day and, like, really messed him up.
I planned for this. I ate a whole bunch of rice and donuts.
Oh, you did.
And, like, I was
well done. Rice and donuts.
But my stomach hurts.
Beat the price increase. That's number 6.
Oh, good. We're almost done.
So we've got some pretty big sales on right now that we always do in the fall, typically, late in the year. You might have to be a little bit more, not as choosy if you're looking to find a deal, because it might be only on specific things, that specific colors and deck boards and whatever else. But there's a chance to save some money with some sales. We got Black Friday sales coming up. We do a 12 days of Christmas sales. In the middle of winter, you can find some pretty good deals on some deck stuff.
Yeah, because lumberyards want to get rid of shit.
Right. And in addition to that, usually every winter is when the price increases for the following year come in. And due to the inflationary nature of our world right now, they seem to be a little bit bigger than normal years. I'm seeing lots of 10 to 15% price increases coming down the pipe on all sorts of decking and railing and all sorts of stuff. So by shopping now, like if you shop in tomorrow, Black Friday, and get 30% off something, or 60% off in the case of the Tour Deck Rusting Elm, you can probably also pad to that another 10 or 15% you're saving, because you're beating the price increase that will be coming in the spring too. So you're doubling down on your savings.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. How are you doing, Bryce?
It's coming down.
Is it?
Yeah.
You've peaked?
I think I peaked.
Here we go.
No, I'm
Well, we might be able to make a podcast out of this after all.
We did.
Good for you. I'm impressed. You handled that well. And finally, number 7 that we added in here. See, there's actually more reasons for the winter. We only had a list of 5 for the fall.
Yep. 7 reasons is better than 5.
Yeah, in most cases. Unless it's 7 reasons why you're going to burn your arse on the way out when this chip digests. Then less reasons would be better.
I've also been eating 2 times spicy noodles for the past few days.
Oh,
I'm really
practicing?
cleaned out. Yeah.
You knew this was coming. Hey, you knew this was coming. Number 7, building permits are quicker. I threw this in there because, like, this totally depends on where you're tuning in from. Some places are quite efficient with building permits, and some are awful. Some take months to get a building permit back.
Right.
Here, 2 to 3 weeks is pretty common, but when it gets into the heat of summer, sometimes that becomes 3 to 4 weeks.
Yep.
To get a permit back. But in the winter, construction as a whole slows down, and so you damn sure know that nobody at the city is going to lose their job over the winter. So they're all sitting there with things to do. And so they're able to turn these around a little bit quicker. So what used to take, 2 to 3 weeks in March and 3 to 4 weeks in July might only take a week.
Yep.
In the middle of winter. You might be able to get that in and out and started a lot quicker too.
Right, exactly. And they usually introduce new building permit bylaws in the spring.
That's a good point. It usually they were pretty stable before, because usually the IRC that most municipalities and cities and townships and whatever else counties will base their code on is, that's updated every few years. But this past year, the city of Regina, where we are at least, made some pretty significant changes to their building permits for decks that reduced spans on a lot of things, which actually meant the cost of building your deck went up quite a bit, because now you needed more footings and, primarily more footings is what it really resulted in.
And more lumber.
Yeah, and potentially more lumber and stuff too. So just the very nature that you built your deck today instead of yesterday meant it might have went up $1,000 because you needed 3 more footings.
Exactly.
Or something goofy. So while that's certainly not the case all the time, it's unlikely that the building codes are going to get looser year over year.
Exactly.
That doesn't really happen.
Nope.
So it's potential that you might beat something like that too.
Yeah.
Why not? Woo! You made it.
I made it.
That is phenomenal.
I'm feeling really good too. I could do another half an hour.
Do you have a sense of pride right now?
Yeah.
Like that you conquered it. You did it.
I did.
Like you're in the clear.
I could do an hour.
Are you going to do the full hour?
Yeah.
Like not even your coffee?
No. Yeah. I won't drink anything.
Well, Why'd you bring that thing to this show for then?
Just in case.
This cup of coffee.
Shut up.
That would be the last thing, by the way, if my mouth is burning on fire, the last thing I'm drinking is a coffee. Is it cold?
No, it's hot.
Stupid.
All
my respect I had for you.
No, it's because there's a little bit of acid in coffee, and it helps get rid of the oils in your mouth.
Of course, you have some research behind this.
I know that though.
Of course. What about milk? I thought you were supposed to drink milk.
Milk doesn't work as well
as coffee.
Yeah, water's supposedly the best thing for it.
I thought water was the worst thing.
No, it's the other way around.
What's the other way around?
It's not like it's water, not milk. That's in my experience.
So here's the
mustard.
I've always questioned mustard
works
ketchup.
really well.
Yeah, you know what they call these wings? It was like golden something wings.
Golden shower wings.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I never understood the milk thing or the ice cream thing anyway, because in my mind it's like, why? Oh, it helps with hot stuff because it'll coat your tongue. No, I don't want to lock that shit in.
No.
Like my tongue's on fire. I don't want to like hold it in there.
The other thing though is like heat is a relative thing. So by making your mouth colder and feeling like you have the sensation of cold in your mouth, you're gonna like prolong the pain. Because you're going to like have that big temperature swing. I know that sounds really weird, but it's true.
So it absolutely, when I started getting into my liter of ice cream, after
you were like,
eating that chip,
I want it to be cold.
I could not stop.
Yeah.
Like I was shoveling it in my mouth because as soon as like it goes in and it's like relief. Oh, cool down. Then you swallow and right away it flares back up and you're like, oh God, another bite.
It doesn't even leave.
I just polished it off in like record time.
Yep.
And I can put a dent in some ice cream.
What's your favorite pint of ice cream to go after?
You know what? I really, really like mint chocolate.
Yes.
Ice cream.
I agree.
I think it's simple, but it's amazing.
It's the best.
I would choose that over some sort of like chocolatey cluster shit brownie like filled thing.
Yeah, I think there's too many like stuff.
Yeah. You know what else I really like, and I never usually get this, but if I go to a hard ice cream place, Tiger is really, really good. It's really good. Those flavors individually, not great.
No, I do like licorice, but
I hate black licorice.
I hated it before.
It doesn't make any sense that I would like the ice cream, but to be fair, it doesn't taste like black licorice. But those two together are unbelievably good. But like if you were like, if I went there and it was like they had no Tiger, but they had orange ice cream, I wouldn't get it. I'd be like, no, I don't want an orange ice cream.
No, yeah. I agree.
And I wouldn't get the black licorice. But together
they're great.
There's a harmony.
It's like a Saskatchewan thing, though.
Tiger is?
Yeah, it's like a prairies ice cream. Like not a lot of people off the prairies.
Is this a real thing? So it's like North Dakota's prairies too, but I used to get it down there all the time when we went camping.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
I grew up on it.
Yeah.
So it's just a prairie thing.
Yeah.
Just.
I know I went to BC and I was like, hey, can I get some Tiger ice cream? And they were like, what?
But isn't there other names for it? Isn't there other names for it?
Tiger tail?
No. Like not even Tiger related names for it.
What else would it be?
Like maybe you were trying to order something that they had, but wrong name.
What kind of idiot would name orange and black ice cream something other than Tiger?
Maybe they call it like Halloween ice cream or something. I don't know, Bryce. I'm just pitching out theories.
This is why you're not head.
Just pitching out theories.
Head of naming ice cream.
But they're like, think about alcoholic drinks. There's different eyes for different eyes.
Different eyes for different drinks.
I was thinking red eye, like drink a name. Because what's a red eye is like a Bloody Mary. Like
there's a Bloody
Mary. Are those
Mary.
Basically the same thing? It's just like a red eye is what they call it down the States. Or
I thought a red eye was
Caesar.
just like vodka and beer.
But then you talk about like some people call them like the vodka and lime.
Yeah,
that's like here we used to call them vodka specials.
Oh, that is what they're called.
Other places they call them vodka slimes.
Vodka slimes?
Yep, I've heard vodka slime before.
Man.
So sometimes they just have different names for the same things. So maybe you should have ordered the orange and black, the OB. Might have done it. Good for you. Congratulations to Bryce for eating the Pocky one chip challenge today and surviving. I'm impressed. It messed me up a lot more. It messed everybody up that I saw eat it more than you. And that includes Evan. Like he had a rough go with it.
He bought me this, by the way. Shout out to Evan
Shout
Parker.
out to Evan.
Because he thought I wouldn't be able to do it.
And Mike had a chunk of that chip.
Yeah.
He was definitely spitting and snotting a lot more than you were.
Mike and I have had what we call Eat the Heat contest going on for the better part of our lives now.
Better part of your lives?
Yeah, we started when we were in like grade 7. at a competition, and then ever since then, if someone eats something hot in front of the other guy, they have to like do it. So if Mike would have been here, yeah, he would have had to do the same thing.
That's why he bailed.
That's why he ran away today, because he saw it on my desk and he knew.
Turned around. Nope.
Yeah, he was like, "No, I'm not doing that today."
Interesting.
But he looks like a mess every time he eats hot.
Where does this rank on your scale of hot things you've eaten?
That was hot as balls, man.
Yeah, like number 1.
I would say that's probably the hottest thing I've eaten. I think in terms of duration of heat, though.
Like that lasted.
It just lasted a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like there's a point where it's just like things get so hot. Like, how could you tell the difference?
Yeah, fair enough. So I enjoy spicy food, but not like you guys where you're like, oh, I need to burn my lips off. Like I enjoy the flavor of it. If it's a good flavor and there's some spice to it, I'm down.
Yeah.
But I'm not down when it's just hot for the sake of hot. And that chip before had zero flavor. It just tasted like charcoal.
When I opened it up, I was like, man, this smells like gym socks. But for a second, it didn't after that. Right. And then I ate it.
So before that, the hottest thing I've never challenged myself. I've never gone to a restaurant and be like, give me your hottest suicide wings. Like I have no interest in doing that. I want to enjoy my wings.
Okay.
I'll have hot wings.
Yeah.
Or like medium wings. But I'm not looking for a fight.
I like them hot.
Yeah. So the hottest thing I'd had before too was accidentally eating a pepper that came in some little Thai dish I had one time, and I didn't realize it was in there. Just
those Thai chilies get a little.
Those are.
They hit you hard, man.
Yeah, it was in whatever I was eating, and I was like, they were little. I was like, well, this innocent little thing. Boom, chewed her up, ruined my lunch. I never finished my lunch. I was like just drinking water and like sitting there sweating the rest of the time.
Were you
at
like, Earl's?
Oh. No, it was downtown somewhere. I can't even remember where it was, but. Yeah, I went there with my wife on a lunch break one day, and like she felt bad because I didn't eat my meal.
Really,
like, I can't eat anymore. Like
Holy
every time
smokes.
I tried to put more soup in my mouth, which was hot, which was temperature warm,
right,
would just burn.
Should have kept going, man.
So I just stopped and like ordered water after water. It was awful.
Yeah,
and that was the hottest thing, the biggest mistake I'd made until that chip. Then I ate that chip, and I was like, holy shit! Like,
have you had the spicy noodles?
No.
You should eat those.
Like the ones that Evan brought?
Yeah, like
those ones? No.
The red package.
Yeah,
the Korean ones.
Good at least.
They're fantastic.
Really? Okay.
You want something that tastes good?
Yes.
And is like will burn your face? That's that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, fair enough.
I made it.
You did make it.
I'm happy.
Good for you.
I made
37 minutes. You probably started that 10 minutes in or so you've done a half hour.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. There's some reasons to build your deck in the winter. You know.
See you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Ultimate Deck Podcast. Now you know what we're about. Check the site, come and shop. UltimateDeckShop.com. Hit us right away for sponsorships. So tell us if you want to collaborate. Let's go. Check us out on any social networks. Thank you for listening.